mean, hell. May you switch recording? Make sure, please.
It was inside that I cried. Welcome, y'all.
Welcome.
So okay.
Don't forget this.
I'm gonna get it. Hold on. Okay. Welcome, y'all.
Welcome. That's how she sounds. Let me check
Welcome
this
to
out.
another episode of Mouth So Reckless.
Not so reckless.
Mouth So Reckless. And on today's episode, hold on, y'all know I be messing with this phone, trying to get the time wrong so we don't bore y'all to death.
Mhm.
This is gonna be a quick one because I feel like on this topic you can get straight to the point. It don't take a lot. So we're gonna do this kind of quick here.
Oh, excuse me.
We tired, y'all. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning, but we want to make sure that we're able to still deliver you guys content and do the shows and give you guys something to watch. And we just love our supporters. You guys are like the best, you know. Continue to like, comment, share, subscribe, and just continue to support us. We are trying to get to a point where we can monetize and bring business in so we can host more events. Pay for more events for you guys to come out to support us. And we will be hosting events and doing some more live shows. In order to do that, we have to create a buzz. We have to monetize. So if you like what we're talking about or want to add some topics or leave us some comments or just anything, you guys want to go live with us, let us know. We also do challenges on Instagram and things like that. And so if you guys want to support us and be a part of the show, Mouth So Reckless, let us know.
We will greatly appreciate it. Your feedback is needed, and we will post it.
Yes, and bear with us. Like I said, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning, but we got to get this content out. So, on this episode,
Tonight's episode,
it is called, let me sit up straight for this. Access denied.
Denied.
Boom! Access denied. And we mean every kind of access, whether you're dealing with friends, families, or relationships. Like, when is enough enough? And this deals with forgiveness. How many times are you going to forgive? How many times are you going to help?
Right.
How many times are you going to just waste energy on repetitive behaviors and different things? Like, when do you just say no?
Right. On that note, before you even get started, I just want to ask this question. Do you think that having to forgive over and over and over again makes it stronger or weaker?
I think you're weak. I think it's just like when they talk about repentance, like in the Bible. Like, repentance only means something if you really have it in your heart to not repeat that behavior again. So if I wouldn't do this because I'm just lazy and that's not in my nature, that's not my character. However, I know a lot of people who have no problem with apologizing for behaviors that are not right. Don't yawn. They can't know we sleeping. They can't know we sleeping. They feed off our energy.
I tried to put my head down and put it on.
energy.
Dang, you didn't have to put me on blast.
I'm sorry, y'all. We tired.
Damn, I tried to put my
But
head
like
down.
I was saying, it's like I know people that they do things over and over again because they know all they have to do is apologize. They know all they have to do is get cussed out a little bit.
Apology that don't mean nothing.
Right.
The person still okay.
Right. Or I said, he said he's sorry, or she said she's sorry. Like, so that's what we're talking about. We're talking about behaviors. So, for example, if you're dealing with somebody that's constantly going in and out of jail, I mean, how many times do you let them keep coming home?
Twice.
Why did you have an exact number?
I mean, that's as much as I can deal with it.
And we're not talking about if you're supporting the lifestyle. We're not talking about that, right?
No, because that's the difference. If you supporting the lifestyle and you riding with whatever that person is doing, then you need to ride with them when they're in jail. But if you're telling that person over and over again, you don't want them to do this and please stop and let's try to do something another way because I don't want you going to jail, and they decide to just keep doing it their way and they going to jail, then it's not fair for you to have to keep doing time with that person. Like, it's not fair. So 2 times is all it took for me.
Oh, damn, it got real. It got real personal. That's all it took for me. I ain't doing that again.
I'm not going to be doing time because I got life to live out here too. It's not fair. And again, like I said, if I'm not supporting what you're doing and I'm telling you I don't want you to do it, you know, then it's not fair.
But what
for
if
me.
they hit you with that? Well, you knew what it was when I met you.
Okay, and sometimes that may be the case. That might be the case, but at one point, it's like you start to grow up. Things change.
Do you though? Do people?
Yeah, yeah. And sometimes you grow without that person.
That's true.
And it's not fair for you. You know, even if you did know what they was doing, it don't mean that you're gonna be okay with it your whole life.
So you don't even give the 3 strikes. You give the 2 and it's done.
Some people should only give 1.
I'm a 1 and done.
You know what I mean?
She's a 2, so she's
for that particular for that situation.
I'm a 1 and done.
For that situation.
Yeah, there's another one too. Like addiction. If your partner or family member or something like that is swearing they're gonna stop the drinking or stop the drugs or whatever their vice is, because there's several types of addiction.
Mm-hmm.
How many times do you support that person in a recovery and all you're seeing is relapse?
Right.
Like, how many times do you keep giving that energy and allowing that access to somebody who is not putting forth even as much effort as you are?
Right.
What about that? How do you feel about that?
Well, for me, I think addiction is a little bit different. It may take a little bit more work than, it's not the same as going to jail. Mm-hmm. A person may really, truly want some help, and they may really, truly be trying to get that help. And yeah, sometimes you fail the first, the second, the third time, maybe too. But at one point, you do have to show tough love. And
so how many chances you giving? 12?
I might.
12 like the steps.
I might. For a loved one, you know what I mean? It doesn't mean, well, you're talking about being with the person,
I'm
right?
talking about period. Whether it's a relationship, whether it's a family member, or whether it's a friend. Like, how much access do you grant that person? Me, addiction is a sensitive subject. So I do grant and give a lot of grace when it comes to addiction.
It's
whether
different.
It's a relationship, a friend, or a family member, because I just know what that battle looks like.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not just fighting the drug. You're fighting the trauma that you're trying not to deal with. You're fighting the past, the emotion, and everything else. So I feel like mentally and psychologically, you need that support and that help, just like you need the substance support to help you physically.
Right.
So with that, I feel like I do show more grace in that area. However, when I see that you are just using your past and your trauma as the crutch and the excuse to feed that addiction, then I'm gonna deny your access.
Right.
Because at some point, you have to stop hanging out with those crowds, and you have to start your mental healing. You have
start
to
dealing with the actual problem.
Right. You ain't seen not one psychiatrist, psychologist, therapist, counselor, talk to a friend, nothing. And then you're still frequenting in the places where you have access to those dependencies, whether it's drug, whether it's alcohol.
And you're frequenting the places that make you vulnerable, make you weak.
And you want to be a victim.
Right.
You like playing
you
the victim role.
Your behavior.
You got a story, oh my God, I stubbed my toe today. I just had to go get high.
Right.
What the what?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't get a call back from such and such. I'm just so sad. I just started thinking about what happened to me when I was young. Okay. Well, I gave you all these resources. How many excuses you think you're going to be able to give me before I'm going to deny you access and you're going to be on your own?
Right.
Because sometimes when people are behaving this way, is like I said before, is they like being the victim. They like playing the victim. Some people have made a career and a lifestyle out of always having a reason to need something, whether it's just an ear, just like friends and family and stuff. They call you complaining about the same thing over and over and over again. It's been 7 years.
Right.
I'm denying access. I done blocked you on social media. I done blocked you on my phone. I done blocked my address. I done moved and didn't tell you. Your access is denied.
Because you have to want to change. You have to show some type of effort, some sort of something that you are on a different path. Because I'm not going to keep dealing with it if you're not showing me no inclination that you're trying to change.
Right. And it's like, to me, now you're trying to make me, like, I'm getting in the way of what God is trying to do at the end of the day. Like, if you going through the same stuff, God must need you to hit rock bottom so he can bring you up. Because I'm obviously not God and don't know what you need, or else you wouldn't be testing me. It's almost like a dysfunctional relationship. Like, you can't let your friends and family repeat toxic behaviors but not do it in a relationship. Like, y'all both equally wrong.
Right.
You can't accept those toxic, repetitive behaviors from anybody. You gotta deny access. It's the same thing. I don't like it. It's just like if you're dealing with a man or a woman and they keep going back and forth between you and their baby mama or their baby daddy and got every excuse for the kids, or I was tired, or we got into it, or that weak ass we was on a break for a day. You know, it's
access is denied on point on site on that, because I'm not going to deal with a man going back and forth from me to another woman. I can't do that. I'm not.
What if he's going back and forth with you and another man?
One. What?
Oh, I was just asking. I was just keeping it.
Girl, don't play with me like that.
And not just that, like the whole thing, like I deny access for people that I've dated and talked to in the past, because I tried it and it didn't work. Like, if we dated or talked to or anything in the past, and years later you try to come back around, like that shit is whack. I don't feel it anymore.
See, I don't agree with that, because I feel like you could casually date somebody and you guys weren't so serious, but then as time goes on, you guys can both grow and become different people, better people. And maybe at that point, you guys cross paths again and it can work.
It can't work for me. I feel like it's a waste of time, because once I'm done with you, out of sight, out of mind. We can still be cool. We can still talk and be friendly. But as far as anything romantic or building anything or creating anything,
out of sight, out of mind.
Out of sight, out of mind.
What if a few years later and he is inside?
I don't care. That's out of sight, out of mind. What I mean by that is, once we establish that we are no longer going to pursue an equal interest of building a family, building a foundation, and growing together.
Even if it was casually and you guys wasn't like you guys broke up or you guys had any bad beef, it was just that you guys were casually dating, you guys were young, and you guys wasn't ready for a serious relationship.
I don't want to revisit it, because that means to me the chemistry wasn't there. So if the chemistry wasn't there then, it's not going to be there now. And I just I don't want to resent nobody. I feel like after years, I feel like it's time wasted. We wasted 2 years apart. If we can't figure out what we're doing in the beginning, because what you want and your intentions need to be stated in the beginning. It doesn't have to happen immediately, but the intentions are there in the beginning. So if we can't go and grow through that process all the way together and build up to it, I'm done. Like, if you're not ready, why did you even approach me? If you're still trying to find yourself and figure your life out, you should have never approached me.
I said casually dating, like you guys sometimes.
Why are you dating me? Why are you trying to date me and you don't know what you're trying to do? Don't do that.
I don't think everybody is like on a serious level all the time when you are young.
When you are dating, how young? We 40.
Hello, I said you could casually date somebody and then years down the line you guys cross paths again. And now you guys are grown and mature.
Nobody from high school, and that shit don't work either. Leave a little high school crush in high school. It don't work later either. Not in my opinion. Not in my opinion. I just don't want to do it.
But now if I break up with you and we left, and it's somebody that I dated a long time and it didn't work, and it's over with, then yeah, I'm not going backwards.
Now if I left you because I wasn't ready, you don't have to be like me. You don't have to not accept me. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're two different people. Don't do what I do. Don't say what I say, Just because I can't revisit people that may have decided they didn't want to deal with me or talk to me or something like that, you don't have to reciprocate that same energy. You know what I'm saying? If I was at a place of petty and a couple of years later I realized, I was being kind of petty, you can give me a chance. You can show me some grace. Because we're not the same. Your standards may not be my standards. Your rules may not be my rules. So call it what you want to. We're not the same. If you feeling that energy.
So you would never date anybody in your past ever that you dated in your past?
I tried it and it was a waste of time. It wasn't fair. The feelings weren't there. I couldn't rekindle that. Because when I'm done dealing with somebody, I let it all the way go. Whatever I had with that person is dead and gone. So I don't bring it into the next person that I'm trying to get to know, or the next person I'm dealing with. I don't know how
she is.
I just don't know how to bring that back. I don't know how to turn on and turn it off, because I feel like in order for you to be able to turn that on and turn that off, it had to be something left. It had to be a little something left with that person that was unresolved or that you didn't deal with. Because where do you get it from? Where does it come from?
I don't know, but like I know.
What is
like
that saying? I don't know where y'all get all these fucks from. I don't give none. I have none. Where are you getting all these fucks from? I don't have any. Where are you getting them from? I'm just saying.
My grandma and step grandfather, they were married, divorced, and remarried, and they were in love still, and you know, they needed some time apart. They came back together, remarried.
But why am I gonna remarry you though? Like I just don't. I don't get it. I don't get it. I know I do hear about it with older couples that they go their separate ways and they come back and they old and that's
when
just
they
the
got
person
the divorce,
that they kind of. No, but when they got back married, they were right.
They were still. They were still like they was like in their 40s.
Oh yeah, no, I ain't finna do it. I ain't finna do it. If I wasn't good enough to stay married to then, I'm damn sure ain't good enough to marry you now. Keep that same energy. Keep that same energy. Now, if I ain't found the one by the time I'm 63, come on back around, we might talk. At that point, I need to sit down somewhere. But you're not just gonna take me back in my youth because you realize you done messed up and don't nobody want you like I wanted you. No, you got to suffer, boo. 40 too young. Check back with me at 63.
Yeah, I think they got divorced. Like they was divorced maybe 3 years or something.
3 years. That ain't enough to learn a lesson.
And then they obviously learned and it worked.
For them.
Yeah, it works for them.
For them. Because if I divorce your ass, out of sight, out of mind. I am not going to spend all them years trying to heal and repair myself just for your ass to come back around and try to tear me up again. I'm not doing it.
What's her name doing the same thing too? The Potomac. The Potomac Housewives. Housewives of Potomac, I think. What's the name? Juan Dixon.
You know what happens? I think that's a little different because I think that deals with a celebrity kind of thing. Like you get in front of the limelight and it kind of gets to your head and you guys kind of don't really know how to respond to it. But if you, I'm still not. I can't do it. I can't do it. And I might be a little petty.
Because sometimes you might miss your blessing just because you have that in your mind that you're not going to do it just because you already done with it. But if you, so if you
miss your blessing.
I said you might. Who missed whose blessing?
They did. If we had an opportunity, if I gave you an opportunity to make something happen with me, and you gave me the opportunity to make something happen with you.
Terms, so that's a difference.
No, it's not. I break up. I don't leave situations on bad terms. I don't know but one person two people that I've ever left on bad terms with. Everybody I still talk to, we still socialize, we still check in, see how each other's doing and stuff like that. So that's not even it. It's just if I don't see you on that romantic level anymore, it just don't come back.
I get that once it's gone, it's gone. I understand that once the feeling is gone, it's gone.
Exactly.
But to me, that has to be something to make the feeling be completely gone.
Yeah, we done. That's all it takes because I just don't feel like wasting emotion and wasting time emotionally and mentally. Like, why am I gonna hold on to something that's done?
So
that's wasting my own time. Like,
have you ever dated somebody and then seen that person years later and be like, damn, he looking good? Or look at him in that
Yeah, he could look good.
And have you looked at him sexually too?
No.
That's what I want to know. Have you?
No.
None of your exes?
No. Okay. I could be physically attracted to somebody but not desire them sexually.
Yeah, exactly. For sure.
No. You find that motherfucker, but I'm good. Yeah. Toxic. It's on your forehead, boo. I'm
sure.
Good. I'm not doing it. The only exceptions I would make if there was an extenuating circumstance like dealing with their children. And I'm talking about in the beginning of us trying to get to know each other. I haven't met the children yet or nothing. Therefore, they're not comfortable, with me helping them through that process because we're not even established yet. So something like that, I can revisit. Take care of your business. I'm big on children. I respect that.
If they want to raise their kids, what do you mean?
It could be any type of situation with their kids. If I just met you and we're doing fine, but then all of a sudden there's a tragedy with your children. I haven't met your children yet. We're like 2 weeks in. You feel me? Mm-hmm. And there's a tragedy. Maybe it's an addiction. Maybe it's a attempted suicide, maybe it's an illness. It could be something simple like maybe they're struggling in school or it's things that really affect kids that we think are not big deals that are big deals. They could be having trouble adjusting to a new home, a new city or anything. And we just met. So I expect you and applaud you for removing yourself from our situation to focus on your children. Mm-hmm. Or I meet a lot of people that's in different states. I'm not gonna do no long distance relationship. So if we're starting a date and we decide that it's not convenient for either one of us to adjust our lives and move to each other's city, and maybe later on our kids are older and things like that, now we can move, okay, I might consider that. But if we're all in the same vicinity and there's no reason why we can't work together to get the shit where we want it, and it still falls apart, I don't even look at you the same. I've tried it. I've been there, done that. It doesn't work for me. To each its own. It doesn't work for me.
No, I get it. Like I said, the same thing for me. Like if I'm done, I'm done. But there has been situations to where I have dealt with somebody and then years later dealt with them again. And it worked fine for the time then, you know what I mean? And to this day, we still, it's not like we buddy on the phone, but we didn't break up on no bad.
But I'm talking about friends too. I'm talking about friends that drain your energy, always needing, always wanting something, and always in the same situation, always dealing with the same circumstance and don't never recover from it. I'm talking about that too.
Yeah, of course.
And even family members that drain you because you're family, they feel like you're obligated to always help them and get them out of things and listen to their trauma and their drama and everything else.
You're not gonna drain me and suck the life out of me.
And you know what I don't respect at all? Deny. You know who else needs to deny access? Male family members. You got that girl cousin or that girl sister or girl auntie or whatever that's always in some BS, always stirring up crap with BS and throwing your name in it and calling you to come rescue them. Deny them access too. I've seen so many people.
I'm not going to be putting myself in jeopardy over your bullshit.
Well, not just that. I've seen so many people get shot and lose their lives and everything else. Yeah, because you stirred up some beef and told them you was calling whoop whoop when you the problem in the first place. If you really love me and you really care about me like you say you do, you're not gonna bring no drama or no negativity to me. It gotta be really bad and unrelated to some kind of argument or fight that you have with somebody. So access denied. Call it what you want to. I'm good.
Yeah, because you're too old for that. Number one.
I don't care if I was 3. I don't care if I was 3 and you kept throwing toys at somebody in the sandbox and somebody finally threw that shit back. Don't come tell me.
Right.
They always leave out what they did first to lead up to that situation. I'm good.
That happened to me at the club one night. I think y'all was there. I think y'all was there. No, it was. I don't even want to say who the person was, but we was outside and I was in the back. I was in the backyard, in the back patio or whatever. And this particular person was inside, on the dance floor, and it was a male. It's a male.
Okay, go ahead and make sure you want to talk about that one situation.
No, not that situation. No, not that situation. It's a different situation. It was a male. And the male was out. I don't know what exactly he was doing, but I was outside, and we was all there together or whatever, right? But the male got into it with a female and the female's girlfriend. Okay? Because the male was doing some shit that he had no business doing.
That's already weird. For a male to really get into it with a female is already weird.
No, he was, I guess, dancing with the girl. And her girlfriend came and had some issues with it. You know what I'm saying? So then they got into it. He ended up getting into it with both the girls.
So that wasn't really his fault.
No, so he ended up getting into it with both the girls. I'm outside just,
having fun,
I'm mingling, chilling, wooty-wop, and the person just come grab me and take me to the dance floor and like, oh, now what's up? I'm like, wait a minute, what the fuck?
I don't even know what's going on.
Like, you gonna just bring me to the crossfire?
Yeah,
but it turned out that the girl was like, no, fuck that, sis. Like, nah, sis, let me tell you what happened, sis.
So they wasn't having it. So you actually... It was a mature situation where they wasn't going to fall for it. It could have absolutely been some BS.
Don't do that. And you ain't even give me no heads up. You take me in here to come show me somebody that we ain't seen in a long time. I have no idea what's going on. How you walk me straight to the bullshit?
That's so true. And even with me, like, it's even people that you can't even go out with or hang out with. Like I know people and I trust them for who they show me they are. I always say that. I trust everybody from jump. And I base it off who you show me you are. Because it's people that you have to love from a distance. It's people that you can take to these kind of places, but you can't take here. It's people, and people say, no, that if you can't do them everywhere. No, that's not the case.
Right.
If I really love you as a friend, and I know that your behavior is not going to be right and represent you right in these type of situations, I'm not going to include you or put you in them. That's just who I am. You're denied access
And
to
you're not
that
gonna put me,
area.
and I'm not gonna have you have me in no situation either.
And that was scandalous anyway. He grabbed you and pulled you in and didn't even
Oh
tell
yeah,
you
no,
what
we
was
had a
going
whole,
on.
we had a whole.
Yeah, because what if he would have pulled you in there and you would have got blindsided?
Yeah, jumped by both of them.
Right. Or just like caught off guard.
Cause I would have been caught off guard because I had no idea what was going on.
No, but I'm talking about how so many people say they will tell them, oh, I'm about to go get whoop whoop, and don't tell you that they told the person.
That's right.
So no, that person is in the bushes or in the cut waiting, just waiting
To
for you to walk.
ambush.
Yeah. That's horrible.
Yeah, it was a whole
Access denied.
denied.
I can't do that either. So that's all we got on access denied. Unless you got something else.
Okay, so we got access denied on family, friends, addiction,
Relationships.
I feel like
What about self-access denied? Do you deny yourself? Like, do you ever do something yourself where you kind of feel like you got to shut yourself down? And you're like,
yeah.
I'm not even going to allow access.
Yeah.
Like what? Like what do you shut yourself down on?
Say.
You can't even say it.
I don't even want to say because I have to deny it. Like, girl,
I have to shut myself down on stuff too.
Yeah.
But that's about self-growth, and we don't speak that into the atmosphere.
Right.
We are energy people. Look, now that it's about us, we are all about energy, and we do not put things into the atmosphere.
But it's okay as
There
long
are
as we
power
deny it.
words.
It don't even
Access denied.
It don't even
Exactly.
need to be brought out.
Exactly. So thank you guys so much for bearing with us at this late hour of the evening. Of course, we will broadcast this earlier in the day. However, it is now, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock? I don't know. It's late o'clock.
It's late o'clock. That's for sure.
It's late o'clock. So we thank you guys so much for hanging in there. And remember, do not deny people access they don't deserve. Do not give them access to you that they don't deserve. And let me be clear though. I do not mean close people off until they prove to you that they deserve some type of access. It's the complete opposite. Nobody should have to fix something that they didn't break. So stop bringing your past traumas and your past shit into new situations, or else you should be denied access. The first time somebody tells you, oh, you gotta earn this, or you gotta show me that you done, like, no, we're not talking about that. We're not talking about denying access without reason. This person has had to, they're on their own, not what somebody else did. We're talking about people who individually showed you that they do not deserve to be granted access to you. We're not talking about you pretending like people have to earn and work for something that they didn't break in the first place. Mm-hmm. They shouldn't have to earn trust that they didn't break. They shouldn't have to wait and earn and work for things that they did not do in the first place. Like, give people an opportunity to show you who they are. Yeah, on trial for somebody else's. I didn't commit this crime.
Right.
We got enough of that going on in our community. We can't do it in our friendships, relationships. We can't do it. Okay, I do that all the time, huh? Like, okay, nothing else. Wait a minute.
Hold it. All right, y'all, but just make sure, like she said earlier, when we first started, make sure you guys like, subscribe, chime in the comments, keep supporting us. We'll keep giving you guys content. A lot more coming from us.
Yes, and join in our TikToks, join in our challenges. And go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say we have some hosting that we're going to be doing coming up soon in the near future. And we're also going to be doing some more live shows.
Yes.
Having more people on our shows. So if you guys want to be on the show, please hit us up and let us know.
Yes, or if you have a topic. If you have a topic that you want us to share. If you even want to make a video, we'll post it on our social media pages talking about something that we discussed. Or if you want to give us a comment, and we're okay to post it on our platforms. We like posting comments. So if you have to let us know that it's okay though, because we can't assume that it's okay to share a comment, a message, or anything that you guys send us. But if it is okay, indicate that, and we would love to share it on all of our social media platforms. We will also love to read them out and talk about them later. So just keep that in mind. And is that time we're done?
We'll see you on the next episode.
Thank you for tuning in to Mouth So Reckless.
Mouth So Reckless.
Mouth So Reckless.
And good night.
That is hilarious. I'm scared.
Hilarious.
I'm scared to even go see what's gonna Oh God, I can't deal with it. I can't deal with it.